Principal Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Maryam Abdool-Richards, says there are 2 pediatric COVID-19 cases within the parallel healthcare system. Reporter Kimberly De Souza attended the recently concluded Ministry of Health press conference and brings us this report. Kimberly.
Thank you, Crystal. Principal Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Maryam Abdool-Richards, confirmed that there are 2 pediatric COVID-19 cases in the parallel healthcare system, adding that one of the 2 cases is in ICU. Dr. Abdool-Richards said as of this morning, there are 539 patients in hospital in the parallel healthcare system and 106 patients in step-down facilities, adding that this is the highest number recorded in the country since the last wave. Dr. Abdool-Richards continues to notice trends such as an increase in hospitalization, an increase in ICU level care, and an increase in COVID-19 patients presenting at the local accident and emergency department. As a result, an estimated 17 ICU beds have been added to the parallel healthcare system in this country. Meanwhile, Minister of Health Terence Singh said the ministry will continue to utilize the emergency operations centers across the various RHAs, adding that they will be managed by the Ministry of Health. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of the Eastern Regional Health Authority, Ronald Soyafat, said many patients who visit the Accident and Emergency Department in the Sangre Grande Hospital are very ill and require HDU and ICU level care. He urged the population to get vaccinated and to continue to abide by the public health regulations. Kimberly De Souza, TTT News.
Thank you, Kimberly. A very dark picture with staff-to-patient ratio at a critical level. This is how Vice President of the Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nurses Association, Letitia Cox, is describing the situation in the country's intensive care units as the number of new COVID-19 cases and the number of deaths continue to rise.
Have one patient to one right now, and what we will be seeing if the numbers continue to increase. We are seeing one increase 1 to 5 and 1 to 6 is a very dangerous place to be at.
Ms. Cox adds that to cope with the rising virus cases, nurses have been called off vacation. And she notes that many of the nurses are already tired and burnt out after almost 19 months of the pandemic.
Now it's the availability of beds, the ventilators, what they within the ICU settings. So as is available, ventilators available, that please come in, you get that care once you have those equipment.
Ms. Cox says a decision may have to be made to staff the ICUs with other categories of nurses, a course of action that could negatively affect care in the ICU units. Ms. Cox was a guest on TTT's Now Morning show on Monday. 36 new COVID-19 cases were reported in Tobago over the last 24 hours. These new cases pushed the total number of active cases on the island to 481. This according to the latest clinical update from the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development of the THA. No new deaths were recorded. The total number of deaths in Tobago since the start of the pandemic stands at 110. The total number of fully vaccinated persons on the island stands at 21,885. The Division of Health is reminding persons with flu-like symptoms to stay home or contact the COVID-19 hotline.